So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make sure that when you log into your Chrome browser, that you have all of the extensions, bookmarks, and history associated with your Google account. So one of the things that we have heard is that you sometimes go into your Google account and you can't find a file that you thought you had created with that account. And this happens often when you are using your Chrome browser window under multiple accounts. So let's say that it's noon and you're checking your email for your work account, and then around 3 o'clock you take a break, and now you open up a new window and you type in gmail.com and you log out of your work account and you log into your Gmail account. Well, if you are using that in the same Chrome window, there is the possibility that you still have some tabs open, or that there's been some history that's been saved that belongs to one account and then shows up in the other. So one of the things that you want to make sure of, especially when you're using a shared device, is that you have multiple profiles in your Chrome browser so that you can easily switch from one account to another and have all of your extensions, all of your history, and all of your apps showing up. So what I would like for you to do is, after you open up your Chrome account, I want you to select your profile picture, or if you don't have a profile picture, typically you have a letter. So my name is Blanca, so maybe I would see the letter B up here in my URL bar. So you want to make sure you're up here in the URL bar, and you want to click on whatever icon shows up there. Sometimes if you're not logged in at all, it will show a little head and shoulders icon. Okay, little gray head and shoulders icon. So what I want you to do is click on that picture, and then you'll notice that I am signed in under my work account, but I have no other accounts on this Chrome browser. So right here under the other people section, I only have a guest account, but I have no other Google accounts. And of course I use multiple Google accounts, and the way that I make sure that I always have my appropriate extensions and my history and my bookmarks is by making sure that I create multiple profiles, one for each of my Google accounts. So I'm going to show you how to do that. When you log into Chrome, what I'd like for you to do is select that head and shoulders or profile picture all the way up here in your browser bar. And then I want you to come down here under the other people section, and I want you to click on add. And here you are going to put in a second account. Okay, so I have multiple emails that I use. And so you're going to see me just for a minute or two add two different profiles into this Chrome browser. And then I'm going to show you why that's important. So for the first profile, I just put a title. So this is my TNC account, and I'm going to add that account. Notice that I'm in a new window, so there are no tabs in this window. There are no extensions in this window. There's no bookmarks bar in this window. There's simply a sign in, and it says already a Chrome user, sign in. So I'm going to click on the word sign in, and I'm going to log into that other account. Okay. I put in my username and password. And this is important. I have two-factor authorization just for security. And I do this because if someone ever had my password, they would also need to have my phone in order to be able to log into my account. So this is just a security measure. You can go into your Google settings and turn on two-factor authorization. The next thing that happens is I get asked whether I want to link my Chrome data to this account. So remember, I am logging in under a new account. Okay, this is not my work account. This is a different account. And it's asking me, if I read through here, whether I want to pull in my apps, bookmarks, history, passwords, extensions that belong to this Blanca at the Next Classroom account. And I do. So if you're sharing a Chromebook with you're sharing a Chromebook with your students, you know that you have to log into the Chromebook and then you log out and then the next person logs in and they log out. Well, it's similar when you use the Chrome browser, on a Windows machine or a Mac. You have to log into Chrome and then log out, and that's how you keep all your extensions together. So because I do want to bring all of my existing extensions and apps and bookmarks and history into this window, I am going to go ahead and link the data. And just keep your eye up here on the upper right hand corner and you'll see that my extensions start to pop in. If I have extensions that have been disabled, okay, I can click on the little orange sign and it's just going to say, do you want to enable it? So now I have 2 different extensions here. And so sometimes, depending on how many extensions you have associated with your account, it may take a little bit of time to load. Okay. But the nice thing about this is my Blanca TNC account. And when I open up another tab and I click on Gmail or I click on images or I click on Classroom, for example, it will bring up all of the information that's associated with this account. Okay. So I'll just very quickly, right? This is my brief dashboard view for my TNC account. And I'm going to now click on my profile picture for TNC and switch it to my work account just to let you see the difference. So now I'm going to go into Classroom on my TNC account, on my work account, and here's Classroom. And you'll notice these are my Classroom cards that are associated with my work account. Okay. And then if I want to flip back into the other account, these are the Classroom cards associated with that second account. Okay, let's continue. So I want to add one more account here. This is going to be my personal account. And so I may just call this one personal like that. And maybe I'll pick the dog. I do want to create a desktop shortcut. It's just easier for me to get to. And again, I'm prompted with a new window. Notice my profile picture is different. And when I scroll over it, it says this is your personal account. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And my personal account is obviously different. Okay, and I'm going to click on next. And again, it will prompt me. It's going to ask me if I want to turn on sync, and I will say yes. Alrighty, and it's starting to load all of the different extensions. Now notice these extensions are a little different, right? So I've got Pinterest and I've got Boomerang. I have some extensions that I wouldn't necessarily use with a work account. Okay, so you just have to close up these buttons that show up. But notice how this, my personal account, extensions, and my history and everything else are going to be different than what I see in my work account, and they're going to be different than what I see in my education account. Okay? So this is really important in order for you to be able to keep all of your information clean, so that if I go to create a new document, I'm not creating it accidentally in a work account, right? So hopefully this helps you understand why it's so important to set up multiple profiles. Okay. And if you have any questions, please email me.